Hi guys, happy Easter, and you might be wondering, where is my mom? Well, she's actually out there in the kitchen listening. Well, I'm gonna bring you a R.L. Stine Goosebumps and some other books collection. It's just R.L. Stine collection for sure. And we're gonna start off by the Goosebumps Horrorland, and we're gonna go on and so on. As you can see, it up. These are all the books that I'm going to be reviewing. So yeah, we're going to start off by the Goosebumps Horrorland series, and I don't even have all of them. But we're going to start off by the first one, and it's Goosebumps Horrorland Revenge of the Living Dummy. Well, I haven't read this book, but it's supposed to be a couple of friends that have come to no, not a couple of friends, but I think so. And they come to Horrorland, and I guess they get trapped here, and they have to fight off Slappy. Let's consider this guy. And yeah. The next one is Creek from the Deep. This is, I'm not sure what it is about, but this one it is really cool. I think you should get it. It is one of the best books I've actually ever read. I have read it. It's about a sister, a brother, and an uncle go underwater with their submarine, and they start seeing pirate zombies and all this stuff. Crazy stuff goes happening everywhere. So yeah, it really is cool. I think you would enjoy it. Now this is Monster Blood for Breakfast. It's not as big as the other ones because I actually got it in the short version. It doesn't even have the map, but it does have Popeyes. That's pretty cool. Now I haven't even read this book, and it looks pretty cool. I'm actually gonna start reading this book tomorrow. It looks pretty cool. And so yeah. Now we're gonna go to we're actually gonna skip some, and we're gonna go, actually we didn't even skip any. Fourth, The Scream of the Haunted Mask. Now this is supposed to be a girl who starts trying to buy a mask, and she finds this mask, so she buys it and she starts wearing it, but it gets stuck on her head. She cannot get it off. It seems like if it's coming into her actual face, like if it's gonna turn into it. So yeah, this book is pretty horrifying by what I've read. It's pretty horrifying. I'm actually telling you the truth. It actually horrifies me. Who's your mommy? No, but really, who the hell is your mommy? Just kidding. Now, this book is supposed to be, I'm not sure what it is, but this book is really cool. I actually like it, and I'm just saying. Okay? I'm actually gonna say that I liked it because I did. It is a really fun book, and it looks like it has like a turtle or something. But it is really cool. I would actually want you guys to buy this. It is pretty fun. I loved it. Now, say cheese and dice cream. Oh my god. Okay. Now I haven't read this book, but it looks pretty cool by the Skeletor. I'm just gonna call him Skeletor. He looks pretty cool, and I actually pretty much love this. It looks awesome, and I don't know what else to say. It looks pretty awesome. I'm gonna start reading it later on in the days. Now let's move on into the Goosebumps series, like regular Goosebumps. I actually have loads of them still there and there. This is Beware the Snowman. I'm not sure what number it is. I haven't read it at all. But it looks pretty terribly horrifying. I would actually never want a snowman. I'll probably like put it in a lock, like a heater, and like let it melt. The Night in Terror Tower. Mine actually worked. It's bad luck. But Night in Terror Tower, I actually saw the movie. It was supposed to be, I think this is different, but in the movie it actually is where two kids go to a tower. They lose their mom, so they get stuck in that tower, and they have to stay there all night. They try to get out, but they won't let them. They say that they don't have any mom or anything. It's dangerous to go out there, so they have to stay stuck in there for the whole entire night, pretty much. Now, Chicken. This book. Oh my god! I have never seen the cover. I actually saw it like a few days ago, but I didn't really notice that it had this face. Oh my god! What is wrong? Look! What? Tell me, what is wrong with that? That is so creepy. That is just so creepy. I'm not sure what this is. My god, I am actually horrified. This is so creepy. Oh, I'm just gonna go to Monster Blood 2. It seems like this hamster's oversized and I think he has to get on a diet. I think so, I'm not sure. It looks like if he's been eating. He's overweight. I'm not sure. Now, it came from beneath the sink. My mom used to have it, and then she passed it on to me, and it looks pretty cool. I actually read it at school, and how this is not. Hopefully, my mom does a book review about this. It seems like there's actually a monster in the sink, and it's gonna get someone. No, in the other book, I actually read some of it, like in another book, and it was like something with something, and it said that. Well, I just don't want to get into the story. I just don't want to screw it up for you because it really is surprising. The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. I actually saw the movie, or I think it's like an episode. Yeah, it is an episode. Now, I'm not sure. Now, the Scarecrow is supposed to wake up in midnight, as it says right here, and it's supposed to go into the house and like do something. But at the ending of the movie, something happens, and I just don't want to tell you it because it's gonna ruin it for you. Now, yeah, I don't want that to happen. Now, how I learned to fly. But here, it looks like he's huge. I actually wonder if he's huge. Look, he even beats the seagulls. What the heck? Now, I'm not sure if this guy actually turns into something or whatever. But because I haven't read this book, but it looks pretty interesting. I wonder if he could fall or something. I think he got stuck in a plane. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure if he could actually fly. Attack of the Mutant. Now, I've actually seen the game. It looks pretty cool. Yes, the game. There's actually a game about Attack of the Mutant. It looks pretty cool, and I first thought that he was a superhero until I read he's no superhero. So I was like, oh. So I got really confused. I was like, oh my Jesus Christ, is he a superhero or supervillain? He's a supervillain. I'm like, oh. So this book seems pretty interesting, and in the game you actually do loads of stuff. There is some other bad guys with this main one, and it looks pretty interesting. It looks like it's about to like football style. Now, werewolf skin. This actually terrified me with the werewolf skin. I was like, what type of thing? I was actually pretty much grossed out. I'm like, oh, what happened to his insides or something? So I actually got pretty creeped out by this, but it probably looks like it's smooth. But I actually was like, oh my god. that is just horrifying and creepy. Now this book, like every single book has something from the back, but I won't read them because I actually want you guys to find out what it says. Oh yeah, and in this one I actually got it from a bookstore, not from Barnes & Nobles, from Book Rack, all the way, like near a school called Gold. Now this book actually came inside with a mask, so you might be lucky and get this mask. Looks pretty weird actually. Now, The Ghost Next Door. I haven't read this book either. I'm sorry guys that I haven't read none of these, except for like some of them, but I've kind of read a lot of them. The Ghost Next Door, it looks pretty much interesting. It looks like if you're the ghost, but I'm not sure if you get to see the ghost's way or something like that, or is it this person's way? I can put it right there. So I'm not sure if it's a boy or a girl, but it looks pretty interesting to me. It's pretty cool. Now, Night of the Living Dummy. This is actually the first one. It has a different cover from the original. I actually could look it up here. It's like right. Oh my god. Alright. There we go. Here's the original cover of Night of the Living Dummy, the original one. And it looks, I actually wanted the original one, but my mom couldn't find it, so she actually bought me this one. And it looks pretty cool. I actually wondered, is this like a different one or something? But it wasn't. Now, actually back in Barnes & Nobles, I actually saw a book called Slappy Son, so I was like, oh my god. And I was like, I could start a new series because it was called Goosebumps Most Wanted. I don't have any of them, but I couldn't get it, so I was like really shocked. I was like, oh my god. And I'm sorry that I cannot show you it, but probably later on I will get it. Now, The Haunted School. The Haunted School, I haven't read it at all either, but I think actually I read some of it, and it's this kid who joins a school, and when he first goes, it tells you right here, when he first goes, it's just a normal school, until later on he starts hearing voices in the lockers, and he starts, he doesn't start seeing, but he starts like hearing voices and all this stuff. So he might be crazy, or it might just be a haunted school, like literally. I'm not sure. Now let's go. I'm actually ran out of this here, so let's go to this one. The Curse of Camp Cold Lake. It's ripped because it really is old. Like even the cover came off. It is super old to make old. I actually glued it back, but it didn't. So this book it's like this girl, Sarah, I actually just wrote it back here. I think it's Sarah. Yeah. Sarah. Okay, I just read a bit of it. Sorry guys. But it actually says that her mom signed her up to go to a camp, and she didn't really want it to go. She kind of hated it, so she came up with a plan to not go, but some stuff did not go as she planned. So when I read that, like right now, I was like, Now you can't scare me. It actually ripped off, but I know how it goes before. Now I remember seeing an episode. I think it's a movie. I'm not sure, guys. I'm actually sorry. Now it's supposed to be some type of monsters coming out like this muddy swamp or something like that, and it's still coming out. And back back, like way back behind the story, was there was this kid walking through the jungle, and they came out, grabbed him, and took him in. So they never found out what happened to him. People start saying, "Oh my God, it's a murderer," and all this stuff. So yeah. Now that's back, like really back. Now piano lessons can be murder. I remember seeing this one. I think it was a kid, but I'm not sure if he liked the piano lessons or if he didn't, because I watched this episode or movie a long time ago, like a very long time. What really happened is that he wanted. I think he wanted to. I think he was forced to join some piano lessons, and his mother found a private teacher for piano lessons, and when he opened the door, there was hands literally cut off like this, and they were playing by themselves. When I actually saw that, I was like, what type of teacher would do that? So I was actually not in shock, but I was kind of creeped out, like a creeper. It actually creeped me out really badly, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that is so creepy. Now this one again, like the Ghost Next Door. I'm not sure where the book went. I know it's somewhere there, but I'm not sure where it is there. Be careful what you wish for. I'm not sure if you could actually be whoever the heck this woman is or this girl. I'm actually gonna read her name. Samantha. I'm not sure if you could be Samantha or I'm not sure. But I actually read some of it, and I think I read something else. But it was the same thing. No, it was the same one. Yeah, it was the same one. Now, what really happened is that Samantha was getting bullied and all this stuff. So she got really mad, and she found this woman, and she started to wish stuff. And one of them was that the bully could get nice to her, because I read a book about this, and it said like to get nice to her, and she actually started to get nice. But the first one was to become the best basketball player. Yes, the best one from the whole entire school. I think from the whole entire team. I'm not sure. But like, I think later on she dispelled the wish of the when whoever it was bullying her. I forgot her name, and dispelled it to be like mean again, because she wanted her old life back, because she was getting annoyed by her and fans all around and all this stuff. So it kind of annoyed her and all this. So yeah. This episode may take long, but I think it's worth it. I'm not sure. Ghost Camp. I have not read this book. I've read this one, piano lessons, and all the other ones, except for some of these. Ghost Camp. I think by the cover is a girl visits a camp, and later on people start disappearing, and they come back with ghosts, as you can see, like if they died or something. But yeah, I actually got this a long time ago. It's still smooth. And at the back, you could see some other books. I have actually this one, but not that one. I just want to say that one. But I actually saw this episode, and I may not have it, but I'm actually going to tell you a bit of it. And it's this boy that two kids go up into the attic, and they see an apparition, and they're like, who is that? So they look through, and it's a ghost, and its head is missing. And later on, the ghost finds it and puts it on, and they're like, oh my God. Like, oh my Jesus Christ. Now the blob that ate everyone. I haven't read it, but I think this thing just says as the book says. The blob just ate everything. It looks like a brain action. It looks like ice cream with brains with an airhead as a top. Airhead, brains, and like ice cream all over it. Now this one, I'm not good with these type of numbers. I think this is number 4. Monster Balloon number 3, 4. Yeah, I think it's 3. I think it's 4. No, I think it's 4. I'm not sure. I really am not sure. Now, of course, I haven't read this book either. It kind of is annoying you guys, I think so. But I am pretty much creeped out by their lips. This is creeping me out. Like before, I thought that this was normal. Like it wasn't that creepy, but now that I actually look clearly, it looks like a Gary from SpongeBob, but melted. And its lips are growing bigger. Now, just by the cover, I actually think that it's gonna be a pretty cool book. I think that people start turning into these things for some reason, and they wanna like get revenge or something. So yeah, that's what I think. The Haunted Mask 2. I think I've seen the episode, but not that. I haven't read the book. David Peña, what the? I'm not even that owner. Who has been running on my book? What the heck? Whoa. Okay. The Haunted Mask 2, it looks apparently the same as the Horrorland one, but it's not. Now this one, no, the one with Horrorland actually is the first Haunted Mask. This is the Horrorland one. I actually don't know. I actually thought it was, but it's not. There's not even Horrorland episodes. I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not into Goosebumps that much now. I used to. I am like, I like it a lot, but I'm not that much into it like this much. I'm not from this much. Now the Haunted Mask 2 is, by what I see, is the same thing as the first one, but instead the mask is kind of ripped. It's kind of, they say new face, the old nightmare. It's the same face, but it's like a bit new. It's new because it's ripped. It's pretty much screwed up. That's all I have to say. And old nightmare, I think that means that it's like old. Somebody has already had that experience. Now there's still 5 more left for the Goosebumps, and then the rest are like little bits of them, so it's not gonna last that long. Now my Harriest Adventure, I think this looks just like me, except I don't look like that. My friends say I look like a monkey, so I'm guessing this is what it is. Now I think that this guy or this kid, like, I'm not sure what it says. I'm not sure, but I think he starts growing hairs. I could just say it from right there. I don't even think. I know that he starts growing hairs. Now the Cuckoo Clock of Doom. I haven't read the rest of the bottom. Only seen Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns. But the Cuckoo Clock of Doom is, I think that it is a, like, the bird turns, like, it comes to life, and like later on he's gonna start like planning a plan, and like I think he's just gonna annihilate the family or something. Now Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns, I may be confused with another episode, but what I've seen on TV is some type of, like, there's two things, and I'm just gonna say this. The first guess that I have is one of the episodes where kids go trick or treating and Halloween, and then his friend comes out, and he has like this pumpkin on his head as a jack-o'-lantern, and he starts telling them you can never stop trick or treating, and the alien, like, they take off their mask, the pumpkins, and they're like aliens or something like that. And then the second one, my second guess is like this old guy that has a pumpkin patch, and one of the kids wants pumpkins. So the three kids, two of them are teenagers, and one of them is a child. Now the child wants a pumpkin, so the female teen actually drives them to the nearest pumpkin patch. The kid gets one of them. The male teenager gets one of them. The female is telling them, just don't get it. I thought that you just wanted to see him. And he's like, no. And then this old guy comes out, and like he kidnaps them. And then later on, like a pumpkin, like these looking guys come out, and like, but they're not trick or treating. They're just like some. It looks like just like them, but except they don't have the same clothes, just the pumpkins. And it looks. I actually got creeped out because inside of the house was bodies. So it's like, oh my god, and there's actually mosquitoes around them. That means that they've been laying there for a while. Now, the Werewolf of Fever Swamp. I haven't seen this. I'm just gonna not tell you anything about this one, but it looks like a boy turns into a werewolf. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Now, why am I afraid of bees? I haven't read this book either, so it looks like if I haven't read this whole entire thing except for the bottom ones. Now, why am I afraid of bees? It looks like he's afraid of bees, of course, but it looks like later on he has to conquer his fears and he turns into one of them. Now he starts to experience their life, I'm guessing. So that's it for this one. Now let's get into a Goosebumps horror line. Did you ever thinking? You just did them. I actually have a green one. I actually separated the red ones from the green ones. Now the green ones are the new Goosebumps series, and the Wizard of Oz or Oz, I'm not sure. There's actually hidden faces, like Slappy, and there's like some other faces. No. I've never seen that. Now, the Wizard of Oz, I haven't read this one either, but there's actually loads of faces around here. There's actually one of them right there. Now, I was actually like, oh, this looks pretty awesome. It looks like thunder everywhere, and then I actually confused it with Oz. Yeah. So I'm just gonna skip this one, and I'm just gonna put you right there. Now, here's actually not a Goosebumps book. It's Dead Time Stories, Night of the Pet Zombies. I actually read some of it, and it started off like some group of kids are like playing some video games or something like that, and then that's all I actually read. Like from the whole entire thing, from the first page, like somewhere. No, let's start out with the games. I'm actually just going to read his name. David Bressler had pets, and his best friend had pets, and they both died. As you can see, there are these. That is such a Now, I actually got interested with the book. Now, the pets die, and they actually bury them I actually didn't get depressed, but I got a bit depressed. That it's like my own dog died, so that's why I got depressed. Actually, I can go with that. And I'm not sure if you guys understand Spanish or not, but actually I have 3 Goosebumps books that are Spanish, and I'm just gonna say them in English. Escalofríos, Goosebumps, No bajes al sótano, Don't go into the basement, Don't go down to the basement. Escalofríos again. Sonríe y muérete otra vez. Sonríe y muérete. I can't read well. I've been talking English too much. Otra vez. Smell and die again. Escalofríos. Cómo matar un monstruo. How to kill a monster. That's why I just said that I had this one, but it's actually in Spanish. These are the same as these ones, the Goosebumps one, but they're just Spanish. I decided to separate them because I'm not sure if you guys would like it. Now, here's another Goosebumps book, but I separated. Here's another Goosebumps book, but I separated it because it actually is different. It's called Still Tales to give you more Goosebumps. All STINE Special Edition 4th. 10 spooky stories. Where's the one here? Oh, this is another one. Okay. There's the second edition. So let's start off with the second edition. It says the same thing. More tales give you goosebumps. More. More tales. Tales still give you more goosebumps. Now this is special edition 2. 10 spooky stories. Actually, have not read none of these because I actually really bought it a few months ago. It's not really bought, really. I actually bought it a while ago. And I haven't read it. And we're just going to move on to the special edition 410 spooky stories. There's 2 water bottles. Actually, I'm going to tell you which 10 stories are. What the heck? Why do people Mitch Barber? God. Okay, the first one is the werewolf's first night. So what I'm predicting about that is a person has really been bit by a werewolf or something like that and he turned into a werewolf. P.S. Don't write back. I'm not sure what is that. But I'm just going to skip that one. Something fishy. Now, if R.L. Stine makes something fishy, that means like, wait, if he's supposed to make like scary stories and all that, of course, this is going to be like, oh, I'm going to turn into a fish or something. Now, you gotta believe me. It looks like this guy's like, oh, I saw a monster and all this stuff. And you're like, nah, you gotta believe me. That's what I'm guessing. And then suckers. I'm not kidding. Suckers. Literally suckers. Oh my god, the book. Right there. You could just pause it and look. Suckers. Right there. Just suckers. And the next one is Dr. Horror's House of Video. I'm just going to skip that one. The Cat's Tail, skip. Shell Shocker, skip. Poison Ivy, skip. The Spirit of the Harvest, skip. I actually don't know any of these. I don't even know what they're going to be about. Now, the next one is Special Edition 410 Spooky Stories again. And look, Pumpkin Juice. Skip. Attack of the Tattoo. I think it's just going to be Attack of the Tattoo. Skip. The Wish. Probably this guy's going to wish for something horrible and it's going to turn out to be all a mistake and all this stuff. So, yeah. An old story. Probably an old man is going to tell a story to this kid, what happened like in the past. Like a scary story. The Scarecrow. I think that's going to be like something like the midnight The Scarecrow walks at midnight. And then Awesome Ants. I think the ants actually grow bigger and they start attacking. That's what I think if all STINE makes scary stories. And it does. Please don't feed the bears. It sounds like people are actually committing suicide. Like, please do not feed the bears. The goblins glare. Actually, I'm gonna skip that. I forgot what glare means. I'm sorry, guys. Bats about bats. I'm actually reading it right. Oh my god. Actually, I'm just gonna skip that one. The spacesuit snatcher. Now, snatcher actually means like a bit like thieving, so I think something's gonna be thieving the spacesuit, and then once they find out, they're gonna be like, holy crap, what the hell is that? And all this stuff. Now, here's actually one that you guys will like. Goosebumps Night of the Living Dummy 2. And it's actually a TV episode. There's actually, I did not print these out. These came with the book. These are pictures that actually come out of the TV. Wow. You can see this actually does come out of the TV. Skip to you. Now the back actually has the same thing as a Goosebumps one, but instead it's different. And look, there's still these two. I want a video. I actually saw that one and actually never saw that one. And the words are actually kind of big. I tell them they're big. It's so big. Now let's go. Like, I'm literally just gonna say the best for last, of course. Now let's go to the 2000 series. I'm sorry, but I actually want to read the part 1 because I actually do not get this one. Is Series 2000 R. STINE Invasion of the Body Squeezers Part 2. Please don't squeeze the humans. So I actually want to see the first one to actually get what's going on, how the invasion started, because it looks like the invasion is like had already started. Looks like they actually had like stuff there. Like, oh, that's terrible. No, by the time, like, it looks like this guy's dumb or something. So it looks like those things, like when they put it, like it sticks to them, so they could squeeze it and also like take away some of like their blood or like brain cells or something, so it can get a bit dumb. They like squeeze it and they're like, oh boy. So that's what I think about this. And here is like the actual monster. There's the actual monster and here close up for it. So yeah. Now over here is Series 2000 R. STINE Slappy's Nightmare. Now I think this one is pretty interesting. It actually does look awesome. Yeah. Now the only thing that I didn't get is that dummies, like how he's a dummy, he does not dream at all. So I'm like, how does he have a nightmare? Not last, except for the best one. This is not even the best. There's actually another bit. All STINE, give yourself goosebumps. Reader beware. You choose the scare. Choose from 20 different scary endings. Now the 12. This is good. 9. Okay. This goes first. 6. Sorry about that. I haven't put them on. I just grabbed them. Now the 6th one is Beware of the Purple Peanut Butter. Actually, I've never seen a purple peanut butter. Now what I think is this is normal peanut butter. I think it's like sticky and something, and it's like big, and I'm not sure, but it looks like it's absorbing this child. You can see it looks like if it's just gnawing on him. Now this is Knight in Screaming Armor. It doesn't even look like if he's actually screaming. It looks like if he's just like, oh. If he really was screaming, you would have seen a better detail. I'm sorry, I was done with that. You would have seen like his whole entire mouth open. Now from the back, it has the same thing as regular Goosebumps books, just like details and all that. Now, let's move on to the 12th. Welcome to Wicked Wax Museum. Now, what I think about it is that it's not even wicked. It looks like this thing is actually melting. And right at the bottom, like at the bottom, you actually see that green stuff. That means that there's something happening at the bottom that's melting the wax. And the necklace, it looks like if it's a witch's necklace. Now, 13, Scream of the Evil Genie. It's coming out of the bottle. No, this is not even a bottle. This is the can. I've never seen a genie come out of the can. Now, 13, Scream of the Evil Genie. It looks... It's not even screaming. It's just like a pair of eyes. That's all. Now, I actually did not understand this book at all. I haven't even read it, but I don't even understand the cover. It's not even telling us much detail. Now, it does look like it's mad or something. Now, the last one is actually pretty cool. It's called Beware. All STINE. Yeah, guys, happy Easter and bye.